my gosh.
Oh, do we have to re-record, I guess?
I just roll with it.
That's true. All right, I'm in person.
Hey, Lore Quads. He's here. It was like a silent movie. People used to watch silent movies all the time.
Okay, wow, it actually worked. I brought an ice pack
Testing.
to make sure they didn't freeze.
I'm gonna turn that off and see if... Oh, sick. Well, anyways, to catch you up, we are doing another in-person episode because
John Bellion
broke our hearts by canceling his first concert in 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
It was a concert, more of a conversation. Well, anyways, for our dessert this week, we were really scrounging here. We pulled it together.
Oh, bro, okay, don't do that.
Don't do that one. Uh-oh. But we got some popsicles from the Lashley freezer.
Lashley freezer. There was only 2 left, so.
Tell us about these popsicles. Give us the breakdown.
Well, this one's a strawberry one. Which one's that one?
Blank?
Just a blank one.
Okay.
Well, by taste.
Maybe it's
this one.
Oh. Damn, I don't know if my tongue is up to... I didn't even think that was an
strawberry.
option.
It's got these like seeds.
Maybe what?
It is red. I guess that's a hint. I don't know. Cherry, maybe? What else is red?
I'm not good at tasting things. I'm just like, sweet. Okay, let me
Sweet and some flavor.
Brandon would know. Brandon's got a tuned palate.
He's a good like wine person.
I don't know.
Because wine is like, you know, when you do the aromas.
You know the 5 steps of wine?
Of course.
Hit me.
Sight.
Oh, sight? Oh,
yeah, sight.
Oh, I guess.
Swish. No, wow. I skipped like a ton. Sight, swirl, smell, swish. No, sip. Oh, wow, I just added a 6.
I think you added a 6.
Yeah. I thought it was the 6
What?
S's.
Oh, it's 6. Maybe it is 6. Because I am 5. It's
Because sight,
it's
you know, you like look for.
It's swirl, sniff, sip, swish, spit. Those are the ones I knew. But sight is important because you look for the legs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're big wine drinkers.
So either sugar content or something like that. But anyways, welcome to another episode of the Bach Lore podcast.
I'm your host, Quinn Marsh, and I'm here with my co-host, Josiah Lashley.
Boom, boom. Gang, gang.
That reminds me of that
one girl
There's
meme.
this TikToker girl, like way back in the day.
Before TikTok.
Like one of the original TikTokers.
I don't think she... Or we might be talking about different things, but this one was not originally a TikToker.
Okay.
Mine, the one I'm talking about.
Gang, gang.
Okay, we're talking about different things.
Anyways.
My thing is, it was kind of funny. It was like one of those scared straight ones. One of those scared straight episodes. Anyways, there's like this girl that was just doing like in and out of juvie or something. And so they took her to like a prison to scare straight. Anyways, and so she's like, these like criminals or whatever were like behind the bars like yelling stuff. And then she starts going, gang, 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 gang. Like,
I'm not doing that.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Wow.
It's pretty funny.
Oh, show me
Just
that.
like, oh, damn. She is brave.
Yeah. Don't get seen outside of here.
Yeah, exactly. But, oh, did they have a joke? Dang.
Oh, they do?
No, they don't.
Oh.
Wait.
Outshine.
Dang, Outshine.
Company.
Dang. That would have been really good for the podcast.
Oh, dude.
Damn.
All right, pod. We gotta tell a joke now. So,
Okay.
one joke I love is, you ever heard about the constipated mathematician?
No.
He worked it out with a pencil.
Damn, that one's pretty good. Dang, that one's really good. I can't top that.
No pressure. Yeah, I love that one.
I was gonna say,
The Norm Macdonald.
so
Quick
dude,
joke.
I was suddenly gonna be like,
Quick.
so there's this teacher. There's Johnny in the class.
Yeah.
Or
Dirty Johnny.
Dirty Johnny. Yeah, you're not dirty in this joke. But anyways, rest in power, Norm.
Yes.
But anyways, thoughts, Quinn? Episode 6.
Whoa.
Hometowns. Well,
Yeah,
not hometown
this was
episode, but the hometown decider.
This was a crumble of all crumbles, really. Like, honestly, an absolute implosion,
Absolute implosion.
malfunction of the neural net of Samuel M.
Samuel M.
The builder.
The builder.
Yeah.
Samuel M. Jackhammer. Jeff.
Oh my gosh. So, I've never felt more like I was watching like you know, in a way we're all like we're all biological computers.
Yeah.
I've never felt that more
Than watching him.
than watching this episode. It was rough, man.
I felt like all this, and like it was one of those things where it was like it was so rough, but it was like you kind of saw it. You weren't surprised.
Yeah, because he's been showing the signs of.
He's been showing the signs.
He's very
before.
self-centered, and what's crazy is we've been saying he's self-centered. You know, maybe he's always everything's about him. You know, he says things like I see it in the way I look at you, which is like what? It doesn't even make sense. But then when you think about it, that's actually a perfect little microcosm.
Oh my!
For what
God.
he like, his brain.
Him.
Yeah, it's not just a simple like Michael Scott misquote. You know.
Yeah,
it's like that actually is representative of
very true
his brain. And seeing this episode, I guess I'm skipping ahead, but it's just so funny. So have you ever been talking to ChatGPT and it just will not understand what you're trying to get out of it? And you're like, pretend you're a pod bay door opening company. You know, they call it prompt engineering.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're like, you're trying to figure out, how can I convince this freaking chatbot to say what I want?
Yes.
And it just will not do it. It's just circular. That's what I felt like. Jen was like, why do you love me? He's like, oh, I want to love. Wow. I want a love that's burning.
Yeah, he
ferocious.
was just like, it was like
he could not.
It was like a horn dog finally had to come to his feelings or something. I did write earlier in the at a couple episodes back or something when it was like a Devin and I like there was a clip that I thought Sam said, but I couldn't remember it, where he said like, expressing my feelings isn't my strong suit. And I wrote that, and I wrote like, you got that right. But I remember telling you, and you didn't remember it. And I was thinking back, and I was like, I don't remember it either. I think what it was it was like a preview. Of the next episode, and I saw that, and I just wrote it next to his name because it was like one of the last things I wrote next to his name.
I see.
So yeah, it would have been the last thing I wrote next to his name after the episode was over because the episode was over. And so like when he said that, this
was way back.
Yeah,
way earlier in the season.
He said like, you know, expressing my feelings isn't my strong suit. I was just like, that's where it is. And yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, it was like a horn dog was finally like trying to express his
only trying to think with his like other head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. Yeah. No one home up here, so he was just generating the muster all he could of that one brain was just maxing out.
A lot of times we like to call it dick brain. A lot of times when you're being a horn dog, dick brain is so powerful it hacks into the
mainframe.
But I guess his mainframe was just down there.
That is his mainframe.
That was the mainframe.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It wasn't hacked. It was working.
It wasn't hacked. It's one fluid machine.
He succeeded.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But what else happens? What did the episode start with? It started with the one-on-one with
the episode started with Marcus.
Who
got the second one-on-one.
Second one-on-one. The first second one-on-one.
We were talking about that.
Did we say it was going to be Marcus? We did talk about it. I forget who I said.
We each gave a prediction.
Did we each say Marcus?
No, we each said someone different.
Oh, that's funny.
Because it was one of us said Sam M.
I said Devin.
You said Devin.
Yeah. Maybe Brandon said Marcus.
Sam. Anyways, I forget who said what, but one of us predicted it right.
Maybe it was you.
It might have been.
I feel like, because Brandon said Sam M, I think.
Yeah, because I think
you said Marcus, and I said
Brandon had a little more faith in Sam M and her connection.
Yeah.
But,
dude, because I feel like from a maybe if you watch it from like you haven't seen The Bachelor before, or somehow if you were right, if you were a fan of Sam M, dude, you're like, this is the greatest fall from grace of all time.
Wow.
But
there
for us,
are probably
exactly.
a few people that think that. That's
we're
interesting.
like, what happened?
Yeah, well, he was in the
He
lead.
was perfect.
He's perfect.
But yeah. But anyways, so their one-on-one date was now let me ask a question. Or they're in Seattle.
Oh, before the
The group's
one-on-one
in
date
Seattle.
though, the announcement was interesting because Jeremy is in the number 6 crumbler spot.
Yes.
Or I think number 7 technically, but we call it the number 6 crumbler. The why am I here?
Yeah. The classic.
The person who has not had a one-on-one, and this is the Jesses. This is the wait, who else? Think of any others off the top of your head?
Braden, I think his name was from Katie's season. I think it was Braden or Brandon or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. But he's the famous. He has this 1,000-yard stare in the floor, and he's like, "Why am I here?"
And then he's the one who when he went to Katie to like knock on her door and basically self-eliminate, he like, oh no, he didn't do mouth. He like pursed his lips.
No, he had like chapstick.
Yeah, he had chapstick.
Yeah, he like knocks on the door,
and then
then he's waiting there for a few seconds, and then he's like,
wait.
"Oh, hold on." And then the door opens. He's like, "Shut up, put it away."
It was like, what is he doing?
Because until that point, I thought he honestly knew he was going home.
Yeah, but then that was like, oh my god, this guy's got some hope still.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was hilarious. But anyways, yeah, there's a couple people like that. Jess, you said Jess already.
Yeah, Jess from Zach's season.
There's one every season.
Yeah, where they just kind of have this. Usually, have
forget
like a pretty big
Joey's
confrontation with the lead.
I forget Joey's, but oh well. But anyways, yeah, true. So Jeremy was in that.
Yeah.
The one-on-one card comes out, and Marcus's name is on it. And Jeremy is honestly, dude, he's handling this exactly how you need to. He's like perfectly chill.
Yeah.
He says,
not
"Save the best
freaking
for
out."
last." He's like not freaking out,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Well, there's still one more left. We don't know." We'll see."
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, "Wow, this guy's crazy." And sure enough, yeah, his name was on it. Spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah. So he got the second one-on-one of the week.
Yeah, which is. Anyways, so then Marcus and her date, they're in Seattle. Which, let me ask you something, Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
You spent some time in Seattle.
We were right there.
We were right there. Have you ever heard it called the Emerald City? I've never heard that before.
I've never called it that. I've never called it. I guess maybe I've heard that, but not.
I've
in
never
my
heard that
conscious
before.
brain.
Like, is there emeralds there? Is it just green? I guess
I think it's because it's evergreen.
Oh, whatever.
I was like, okay.
But anyways, yeah, they kept hyping on the Emerald City, and I was kind of just like, okay, I've never heard that before, but sure.
Mm.
And then it's like they're promoting Wicked, which they go to the Emerald City, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's why they're hyping on this Emerald City thing in Seattle. Because I was like, I feel like I don't know, you just call it the land of. What do you call Seattle? Land of the
Sea Town. It's
Sea
Sea Town.
It's Sea Town?
That's what I call it. Sea Town. Like, yeah, Chi Town, Sea Town, H Town.
Frantown.
Wait, what?
San Francisco. Frantown.
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 Poop Town.
Poop Town. It is Poop Town.
Poop Town.
Poop Town. True, you can eat it. Might give you something, but but
oh, that that reminded me of so Marcus and Jen are on their date, and actually I'll have you guess what this reminds me of. Jesse just is like, have you heard of the new movie Wicked? It's really great. Blah blah blah. And like, you know what? Can you picture what I'm thinking of? Famous movie with Jim Carrey.
Oh, the Truman Show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Do you know when they're in the kitchen?
Of course.
And they're having like an
Fresh
argument?
cocoa beans from
Fresh cocoa.
Yeah.
He's like, who are you talking to? Yeah, that's how I felt when Jesse.
That's so funny.
I think the craziest one ever though was last season when they busted on Joey's season when they busted out KFC.
Oh, I know.
Do you remember that,
dude?
And all the girls were like, "Oh, I love the crunch of the chicken." I'm like, "Give me a break."
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. They got like
They're like,
Colonel
oh my
Sanders.
god, KFC.
Yeah.
Dude, KFC is like F tier in food.
Dude.
I don't know about F tier. F tier reserved for like Long John Silver's and stuff.
I've never even been to Long John.
Neither have I.
Well,
There was that one.
We gotta go.
We'll give you
It's
guys a
happening.
review.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's another thing we need to talk about.
Hmm.
Fantasy football punishments.
Punishments.
Oh, you haven't heard of
that's
this?
No.
So I'm in this other league, you know, which we
Yeah.
did talk about combining them, which we
Yeah.
still could do.
We could.
But we're currently deciding not rewards, but it's almost more hilarious is the punishments
That's good.
because
That's good.
there's a lot of good
I like
punishments.
that.
So, okay, I'll hit the fans with a couple
Okay.
of my favorites, and the one that me and my fantasy league will probably go with.
All right, you guys put in the comments your favorite
Yeah.
ones.
So one of them is that you have to go to an open mic comedy club
Ooh.
and give a like
Little routine.
What do you
or
call it?
joke.
a set, do a set, do a set.
Oh damn.
And there's some people who say that the league has to write the jokes for you, and you don't know them until you go up.
I don't know if I'd want that, or that's some Impractical Joker shit.
Yeah,
right there.
dude,
Yeah,
that's
so
what it is.
good.
Think about
I
it that
love
way.
that.
So that's one. Another one is you spend 24 hours in a Denny's or an IHOP, and but for every pancake you eat, an hour gets subtracted. So if you eat, 20 pancakes, you can be out of there in 4 hours.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
So
That's a good one.
yeah, there's a lot of
Damn.
really good ones.
Do you guys just come up with these?
Yeah, I looked on Reddit too. But the
Okay.
one that I think we're
Those
gonna
are
do
solid.
is that you have to live stream, get a Twitch, live stream your
boy.
life the whole weekend.
All week,
Like you sleeping and everything.
Oh my god!
And the way that we is like for every
That's
game
incredible.
for every league game you play, ranked league game you play and win, you can subtract an hour.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So yeah, so that's pretty funny.
Man.
And I go to the extreme of like, bro, I'm counting it all. Like, if you take a shower, you gotta, wear your shorts, and you gotta
Okay.
record you showering with shorts on. But
Just only
the
show
guys-
the top.
yeah, but the guys weren't
Wow.
too sold on that one. But we'll see.
True, I could see. Yeah, some people not being
Yeah,
down
yeah.
with that.
Because also like going to the bathroom, like
Dude, that's part. Like, if it was me doing it,
yeah, that's
I'd
true.
be down to say everything. like,
Everything your whole week. Because then I was telling like, guys, I'll go on the VODs. Because after you're done, Twitch like uploads that whole clip, the whole stream. And I was like, I'll go through that shit on 10 times speed and made sure you were there
You
the
were there
whole time. So yeah,
Wow.
those are some ideas.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
But there's a lot of really good ones.
Live stream your whole weekend.
Yeah. What was another really good one? Oh, okay. And the last really good one is that the loser has to put like a bumper sticker of the league's choosing. And the one that I found was hilarious is it was like a NASA sign.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, with the globe and the swirl.
The meatball.
Instead of saying
Yeah.
NASA, it says liars.
That's
You
pretty good.
slap that on your car.
Liars.
Liars. So, like our flat Earth society or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
And how long do they have to keep it?
The whole forever.
Oh, that's pretty good. For the life of the car.
So for the life of the car, that bumper
the
sticker.
only way out is to sell your car.
So that's a pretty good
Wow.
one. But anyways, oh god, I lost track. Product placement.
Yeah. AFC. Bringing it, reeling it
Oh my
back.
dude, we're already 20 minutes in. We haven't even.
It started, really.
Oh yeah, we
So-
can start going.
So Marcus's date. Yeah, let's just hit up like the funny moments.
Mhm.
So like what stood out to you about that date? What got you?
So yeah,
gotcha.
so it was all Wicked themed, and Daisy and Kelsey
yeah.
made an appearance.
That was
And-
cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And it was like, guys pick the pink or green one for whatever. And they just do this like date walking on the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know, I feel like it seemed pretty low effort to me.
From production, you
from
mean?
production.
Yeah, it was pretty like super. It was super staged.
Yeah.
And like, oh,
And there's like
I
people
love
walking by and stuff.
love what Bash Fante. I love when Bash Fante calls him out. So Daisy and Kelsey are giving them like the intro, like you're gonna walk down this yellow brick road and do all these little tasks. And then they're like, you guys remind me of the X and Y on Wicked. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
They're like, you remind me of this and this on the movie Wicked, just like their friendship.
Oh.
And then Bachelor Van Dyke pauses and he's like, that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, that's so funny. But anyway, yeah, it was just
so they go do these things, and yeah, it's just like kind of cringe.
Cringe.
And then they get
my
to
first
end.
note. My first note here is like there was one box, or it was like two boxes, a fast box and a slow box, and they're kind of hinting at like how you do dating and relationships. And of course, Marcus is Mr. Slow Burn over here.
But when he said slow, I was just like, I know what he's talking about.
Oh my!
He ain't fast. He ain't fast. Anyways, keep going.
So, anyways, he picked slow. It was kind of like a count to 3 and say what you're gonna pick.
Yeah.
So I think Jen said fast, he said slow. And she, in the side interview, Jen's like, I don't know, he picked slow. That's a little concerning. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a box.
Yeah.
It's so random. Chill out. But then they get to the end, they get to the balloons. Which was the perfect date for our boy Marcus.
And we talked about this before, but yeah. Well, last time it was fine, but this one, like, because we talk about, it's like, oh, he's going in planes and jumping out of planes, giving PTSD.
Yeah.
Dude, this was full on. You had to pop these balloons.
I have balloons.
Yeah, they hate him.
They hate, yeah. He sees balloons pop.
So, yeah, that was so. I was cracking up on that because it was like, we made the joke that he had PTSD for jumping out of the plane.
Yeah.
And then for popping balloons, I was like, okay, now they're like actually trying to do something. Even Bachelor Fan Take said like, he's like, oh, great choice for the guy who almost died from a grenade.
Yeah, for a veteran who got hit with a grenade. But in another way, they were really on his side because it basically, so the thing Marcus is struggling with is opening up. And that's what Jen's like going into this date. Jen's like, I really need him to open up. But inside of each balloon, they weren't just popping balloons for no reason. That's actually hilarious. So inside of each balloon was like a little memory, like a picture or a note.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot.
And it was basically like super easy T-ball. Like, here, talk about your relationship with your sister. So Marcus basically got a super easy, like, hey, open up. And Jen was instantly like, boom, all right, he's opening up.
Yeah.
Like she totally was.
Because, it was like a picture of his sister. And then you learn that, his sister's like super important to him. And he kind of starts tearing up. And I was like, oh, damn. Like, I was, Mark is Mr. like stone cold kind of. Emotions bottle up. So when he was tearing up, I was like, bro, whoa. This,
yeah.
So even I was like, whoa, different side of Marcus. Even got me. So anyway, so then they go to the night portion.
And then
at T-Mobile Park.
T-Mobile Park. So is there a thing with T-Mobile and the Pacific Northwest?
Probably, I guess. I don't know.
Holly was into T-Mobile.
Oh, T-Mobile Tuesdays, yeah.
She was from the T-Mobile gang.
Yeah, T-Mobile.
She was from the PNW, and she was into T-Mobile, and now they're at T-Mobile Stadium. Like, what's with T-Mobile and the Pacific Northwest? Conspiracy theory.
Wait, what? It's like, those are just your two pieces of evidence.
That's it. That's like the theory.
Seattle's got a thing with T-Mobile. Oh, that's so funny. I thought maybe you were going to say something about the commercials, because maybe they, like, headquarters. No, we gotta look it up right now, actually. Where's their headquarters? But no, I do remember, yeah.
Here, let me...
Oh, dang this.
It's ergonomic. It's gotta be... Oh, it needs... Alright, look it up. Where is T-Mobile headquarters? If they are in the PNW,
you were on.
I was onto something.
Whoa! Bellevue, Washington, baby.
That's what I'm talking.
Wow. All right. Never mind. There is something. Maybe that's why she repped it so hard.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that.
I could see that.
I thought just T-Mobile just makes you want to rep it hard because, you know.
T-Mobile Tuesdays.
T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Wow.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just as I suspected.
But anyways, wow, that was Pog.
Oh.
That might. Damn.
Pog Pod.
How many times have I
That's our other podcast.
said Pog on the podcast? On the podcast.
Let's do a Pog.
I feel like I've held back
a
a little
Pog
bit.
counter. Do like
The Pog.
at the end of the season, do like a montage. Pog. Pog and Pog. Had to get that Pog off my
Let's
chest.
get that Pog off my chest. Okay.
So, one thing I wrote though.
Dude, we haven't even gotten to the best part of the episode. Yeah, the radio
Sam?
thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. One last. Okay, this was funny. This is a funny joke Zoe made. Anyways, when the fireworks started, they got. I don't know if it was like a riddle or if they were reading it or something, but it was like, look west. Look to the west. And Zoe's like, oh, Marcus knows west. Because he's like in the military.
Oh.
And she's like, that's where the grenade came from. Anyways, we joke about this way too much.
We're harping on this guy way to harp on this poor lad here.
Yeah, so that was like a bit too far. But it was really funny in the moment. Like, just
Oh, dude.
look
It's
to
like
the west.
It's like, look at
Yeah.
Marcus, what time is it? Grenade o'clock or something.
When he's the bachelor.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh,
the girls are like bringing out grenades.
that's
All right.
or are you talking about like
It is
instead of roses, he's got grenade. Okay, we're done. But do you know that's another thing we have to? Did you see who the next Bachelor
I
is?
did.
They didn't do it during the episode, which was weird.
Yeah.
They just like announced it on Twitter or something.
Yeah, it's very weird. I think
I didn't actually know. I saw the Bachelor fan take, and then he said
he was kind of
said it
salty
at the end.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think I was a little salty. I'm like, damn, dude, where's the class?
Anyways, we'll wait till we find out who goes.
Yeah.
So anyways, their date goes well. You learn that Marcus is grew up in foster care, which is crazy.
And it was
that was like you would never, expected, I guess.
also like, dude, truly rough. Yeah,
So rough.
Truly rough. Like, because a lot of people, I mean, I don't want to like compare.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do.
But
Screw it.
we're on the pod. We're on the Bach Lore. But like,
We're just a bunch of idiots talking, bro.
don't believe what we say. Disclaimer. But yeah. But like, we joke about like the formulaic trauma dumps.
Yeah.
And a lot of them feel like, obviously it's tough stuff, like saying, oh, I had a bad relationship, I got cheated on.
Yeah.
This part will not be aired. But anyways, it's like, then when you hear Marcus's, I was like,
it's
dang,
it's
that is
heartbreaking.
actually, that's heartbreaking, man. Like, so not only, he wasn't just like an orphan from birth.
No.
His parents dropped him off at daycare one day, him and his sister, and then they never came back.
Tragic.
Damn. Yeah, that of all I would say that is probably the toughest thing I've ever heard on the Bach.
100%.
Of all the
100%.
tough things people have gone
And
through.
he carries himself so freaking well. That's crazy.
Yeah, so.
And I'm reading this in the book club. We're reading a book about like an orphan and a foster care kid, and it's just stinking rough. Demon Copperhead, check it out. And yeah, so like when he said that, I was like, I just was reading this book. I was like,
yeah.
So yeah, foster care is rough, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's rough. So like, and going kind of back to what you said, is like he just got done, trauma dumping, and Jen, I think like one of the first things she comes out of her mouth is, I can relate. I'm like, Get the fuck out of
I
here.
guess I didn't notice that.
She said something like, so I can relate because my parents, I grew up in like a hard childhood. It's like,
I was like, okay, you had one parent.
Yeah.
I had no parents. Come on.
so yeah, that I was like,
At least
I was
At
like,
least you had
I
one
get
parent.
what she's trying, like she's trying to make them feel like
Yeah.
you're not alone or whatever. But man, apples and oranges, man. Mountains and molehills, man. Like,
yeah.
sorry,
But
not,
she
not
did-
to say you're Jen, if you're watching, not to say your trauma's not
Well,
bad.
Of course she's watching.
Of course, it's true. This is the #1 podcast in the world.
So
Then
I think she did say some good stuff.
she said
yeah.
great stuff. Yeah, and she's like, you carry yourself so well and you're so
Yeah.
strong. But yeah, I think if she just removed the I can relate, A plus.
Yeah.
But I do get like how that is kind of like a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna be Zach over here railing Greer. You remember that?
yeah, dude.
All right, here's some Bach Lore for you.
That was crazy.
Yes, like. Anyways, Greer was just trying to be nice and relate about how like having COVID affected her because
And, like,
Zach
her
had COVID.
sales, like
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, it was tough at work because she had like a sales job, and like she's trying to relate. I mean, when someone's trying to relate to you, try to meet them halfway. Like that's fine.
yeah.
And then
So yeah, that's all Jen was
and then
doing. That's all
Zach
Jen
just
was
like just
railing
rails her.
her.
He's just like, I don't see how work is anything like looking for love.
Yeah,
and then he
that's-
basically just gets super
He went
mad at
so
her.
that was like his worst thing he did. Well,
I didn't-
besides the sex thing, but
Like, well, besides,
that was one of the worst things he did. Up until that point, that was the worst
up
thing.
till that point,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
But yeah, it would be like if
Mhm.
yeah, roles reverse. It would be like if shit. How would it be like? Oh, it'd be like if Jen trauma dumped about her family to Marcus, and then Marcus like trauma dumped his stuff to Jen, and Jen's like, "Well, I don't see." I'm just kidding.
Wait, what?
I'm making it terrible. But it'd be like, imagine if Jen was like, "Well, Marcus, I don't see how that's being a foster kid is as bad as having your
Yeah.
parents divorced."
I don't see how it's the same.
But anyways, that was really bad. That seemed way better in my head, I'll do the old Michael
fun.
Scott. Sometimes, wow, I'm actually gonna steal the Bachelor fan
Yeah.
thing, but for a different thing. Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't know
Don't
where
even
it's
know where
going.
it's going.
And I would just go with it.
Hope I
Find
my way.
myself. Find myself. But anyways, so that date ends really well. But one thing to note. They did not say I love you or I'm falling in love with you. That's still one of the things about Marcus. Like, is he's opened up and stuff, and you could tell he cares, but he rubs me off as one of those people who like maybe doesn't say I love you and stuff all the time. Like he does like his actions or whatever, right? But Jen seems like she wants that. So that's some
really tough for him.
stormy
that could
waters
be
of the
some-
future.
Totally, that's a good prediction.
But anyways, skipping on to then the group date card comes.
Yes, and this is the main.
This is the
This
main
is the
thing
bulk of the episode.
Yeah.
So,
They
anyways,
start reading off the names. Remember Jeremy, Mr. Six Crumbler. Start reading off Jonathan, Devin. Anyway, all the names. And then finally Sam or whatever. And then Jeremy's name was not on it. So he did get the last one-on-one. So there was nobody that didn't get a one-on-one.
yeah, which is interesting actually.
Which is interesting. Usually that happens somehow.
So everyone in the top 7 had a one-on-one.
Yeah, so she really kept the
that's a
people
lot.
that. Dude, did you notice a lot this season that they show after like when they go on one-on-ones, they put their luggage on the side?
They showed it.
They showed it a lot because usually they only show that when they're going.
Yeah, they're tripping me out.
Yeah,
I remember they showed Jonathan's in specific, and I'm like,
I was like, no
should I
way.
be worried about this?
And then
guy?
Jeremy, I think, did it too, or
Oh.
Marcus did it or something. And I was like, what?
Huh.
Anyway, I think they even did it another time with someone else. And I was like, bro, I like Grant or something.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, anyway, so.
So, anyways, Samuel M. Jackson.
He popped off. He popped the fuck off this episode
He did.
in a glorious way. He went out
Oh
on
my
a
gosh.
blaze of glory.
Yeah. It's like when they demolish those buildings with the
Mhm.
explosives.
Yes.
And they.
So satisfying.
Yeah.
It was like
pretty-
satisfying but painful at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely painful.
I don't even
wasn't
know where
even
to start.
I wasn't even rooting for him to make it, but it was just painful to watch.
Yeah, like if anything, I was rooting for him to have this downfall.
Yeah, but
Just because I feel like it was kind of, he had it coming to him.
Mhm.
So, like, I don't know. He's kind of a jerk on the this guy jumping date. Come over here and give me a kiss.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, damn.
He really is in his own world, man.
So, but that being said, it got so bad, I actually was like, damn, I feel bad for this guy. Like, in a sense, like, part of me feels bad for him. He cannot. So,
he could not.
I guess just couldn't compute.
I was gonna say like. No, I was gonna say no wonder his wife or his fiance cheated on her. Left
Dude,
him or
I
whatever.
saw that somewhere.
Because it was like
I saw that online.
that's terrible. But like if he couldn't even. It was like he'd never been down that road before. It was like he was
weird.
confused.
Yeah, weird.
This man had been dating someone for like 8 years, engaged, and he was like, almost like, Jen, well, you're like asking like questions I've never been asked for. Why do I love you in particular? Oh, it's just. I mean, how else do I say it besides make me pitch a tent? You know, I don't. I don't know.
Yeah, he loves. It's seriously like the phrases he loves. You could count on one hand. It's like keep the main thing. Ferocious love.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. What else?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I love you. That was
I love it.
when his. Okay, so I guess we just need to like talk about our favorite moments.
Radio date. So radio group date. They're gonna go on Seattle radio, and they're just gonna just talk about questions, and then they're just like they're getting interviewed basically. And yeah, so the host is like, what's your 3 favorite things about Jen or whatever, and they they say stuff, and Sam's was cringe as always, but everyone else's was really good, and the one that was like, when you think of fantasy suites, what do you think of?
Oh no,
and it was like. Everyone's saying like,
well, they gave everyone different words.
Oh, really? Oh
yeah.
My God, you're right. Because I was trying to think. I was like, what did everyone else say?
Because they asked one guy like, "What do you think when you hear?" I don't even remember. It's not important. But they get to Sam M. Dude, I almost feel like they set this shit.
They 100%.
Like, so they're like, "What do you think when you hear fantasy suites?" Yeah, this is where it begins.
I forget.
He said, "Aggressive."
Aggressive. Isn't that crazy?
What?
Aggressive.
So Zoe and I, we were tunneling. Like, I know what he was thinking. He's like, okay, here's what the best.
Ferocious.
Here's the best thing to say if you're Kanye. This is what you say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think when you think of fantasy suites? Sex. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah,
that would have been hilarious.
That's true. If he just said what sex.
Like, it's literally just the first thing. Like,
that's true. Damn, he should have just said that. Dude.
Like, so funny, but
that would have been so much better.
I think he wanted to be like, oh, I gotta say something like hot, but then his mind's like running through the options, aggressive, and it's like, oh, that's
crazy.
Anything else would have been better than that. Like, anyways, and everyone, even Jen, was like, oh, dude, I think I took a great. This is so bad quality. But this was the reaction.
Yes. The whole entire people interviewing him were just like, what did he just say?
Yeah, did you say aggressive? I don't know if this will come up, but basically, yeah, people were like, what did he just say? Yeah, we're low tech. We keep it low tech. Oh, man. So anyway.
Wow, I just lost my train of thought about how good quality that was. How high tech we just popped off with. But anyways, yeah, so then they're like
aggressive.
Let's
strike one.
But like Jen in the beginning said something I want to make sure like, look, maybe we should interview Sam more or something. So anyways, they send the rest of the gang out, and they go into this separate studio, and they're able to watch him, which is epic.
That
honestly.
made it so much better,
Yeah.
too, just knowing that
Anyways,
everyone
but then
else
they interview
can watch.
one-on-one Sam and Jen, and this is when, like, the wheels were already kind of hard to spin.
Oof.
Like, it was like, you know, you're like on this Jeep, you know, you're going off-roading,
Mm.
and you're like,
good
when it's
analogy.
like the group interview, you know, it's like, you're like, oh, whoa, bro, starting to get some bad, kind of losing some traction here. And then when it was one-on-one, he came to a full stop. And ever since then, the wheels were just spinning in the mud.
Wheels were spinning.
And there was just nothing. I mean, homie was trying to... He just kept hitting the gas. I don't know. He wasn't getting...
That's what he's doing.
He just kept
He's just hitting the gas. So anyways, then Jen and him just kind of have a conversation just between them, but also the hosts, the two hosts and the two former Bachelor people are there. So it's kind of weird that they're like commenting on it there, but Jen and him are talking mostly just between them. And then also the other 6 guys, or no, 5 guys, they're watching in the other room. So that's the setup.
Mm-hmm.
And then, was there any bangers before we could talk about the selfless
Honestly,
talk?
here's the problem with this episode in general, is we're recording this Saturday at midnight, basically.
Yeah.
And we watched it Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it is kind of...
But the gift to you, Lore Quads, is you get an in-person
episode.
So it's worth the wait.
With the I'm So Broken mugs.
Cheers.
And, oh, did you end up saying what your mug was?
Oh, I did, but we were on silent picture
Oh.
mode. Mine says, I can honestly say, I see my wife in this room.
And I'm rocking. Quinn just got this little number at Frankenstein's. She's good.
Oh yeah, Frankenstein.
Boom!
Boom! Silver Veil
Silvervale
is now Bachelor canon. And
on
Star
a
Trek.
coaster.
So these are the 2 most important things in my life. Star Trek and Silver Veil.
Shout out Willie,
who
showed us.
When I'm not watching Star Trek, I'm streaming Silver Veil. When I'm not...
New Year!
Happy New Year! It's a reference to one of my favorite videos. But, a little Silver Veil story.
Oh, dude.
Oh, actually...
I know the security one.
Let me tell you there's 2 Silver Veil stories.
Oh, the one's hilarious.
So there's the one... Do you want to tell that one? The security
that
one?
one's hilarious. Okay, so we
Okay.
used to, we used to go to college, Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo.
We did.
And we used to have this house called the Lemon Lot. Yeah, I guess we might have said it before, but yeah, we like lived together. Anyways, there's one time, there was this whole thing at our house where Trevin, Jake, and Nestor liked locking the door.
Yeah. And we didn't.
And we didn't. We liked keeping the door unlocked.
Because sometimes we're just going on a hike and we'll be back
And
real
Slow's
quick.
like such a, nice place and little crime.
Yeah,
and
especially
stuff.
our neighborhood.
Yeah,
like-
especially our neighborhood. And so, like, we would just leave the door unlocked.
And we have cars in the parking lot. Like,
Yeah,
it's, a parking lot, the driveway.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah. And we would have the lights on and stuff. Anyway, so add some extra level of security.
Yes.
We would just turn on a Silver Veil stream. Which, for
Yeah.
those of you who don't know, Silver Veil looks like this. And
She's
is
a
VTuber.
VTuber.
So one of those people that has just like this,
Yeah.
they move.
She has,
like a virtual
she has an anime girl avatar.
Yeah.
But she's basically a streamer
I'm
and
convinced
plays
it's a
video
guy.
games.
I'm convinced it's a guy.
That's a theory.
But anyway, that'd be hilarious.
That'd be
Anyway.
funny. Willie, I hate to break it.
I don't actually think I just in my mind I think it's kind of funny to think of it.
Yeah,
as a guy.
it is.
But anyways, so we're thinking, dude, like, what greater level of security is it?
Yeah.
To have like we said, nice neighborhood, cars in the front, lights on, and then a Silver Veil stream going on front and center in the living room.
Blinds are open.
Blinds are wide open, so you can go and see
and we call it the Silver Veil security system.
Yeah.
Patented.
No one, like, if this person's like on playing some video games.
You're a burglar walking up to this house. You look, you see. Whoa.
Dude, you ain't going in there.
Nope.
Bro. You ain't
Not
going in there.
Not going anywhere near that
Bunch of
house.
freaks in there.
Bunch of freaks. I don't even want to touch that doorknob. You don't know what those people are doing. Silver.
That's so funny.
You're like, you take one peek in that window, you're walking away from that house. So that's a Silvervale security system.
protected us.
But the others, Willie actually didn't know that one.
Oh, that's funny.
So I told him that one today.
Oh, really?
But the other one,
I'm curious.
oh, he thought it was hilarious.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. But the the other one was so when I first learned about Silvervale from Willie, I just thought the whole concept is just hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And Willie, I think like we all acknowledge how like crazy VTubers are.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the concept is just like, bro. Also, if you didn't know, they usually have big anime,
big old bitties.
big old bitties, and they're usually half on the screen, so you can leave the rest up to your imagination. It's a classic staple of VTubers. So, I mean, the whole thing's just hilarious. And she mostly streams, but she also had these videos of her avatar like dancing to some anime song. Yeah. And it's like this 3-minute just video of her. It's so weird. But it's just her like dancing, and I can't say any more than that. So Willie's in the room, and I just throw it on one day. I scroll down. I had this one that I liked that was just kind of like the ultimate like depiction of what she is. It was just like so cringe in a way and just hilarious. So I throw it on to make Willie laugh. And then Willie goes to the bathroom. And then Trevin and Sonia walk in. And I'm just sitting here watching like half-naked Silvervale just like doing twirls on her TV.
Oh, I remember that. That's so funny.
That's my other Silvervale story. So, back to this date.
Yes.
So I think Jen is really trying to get to the bottom of this, and Jen starts hitting him with like, "Why do you love me?" or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, it was like, "Why do you why me?" Yeah, why me? Why me? And one thing he spits out that falls out of the neural net is, "You're so selfless." And then she's like, "How do you know I'm selfless?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, you're selfless because, this reason, this reason." Oh, I got it. And actually, the real reason you're selfless is because that first one-on-one we had, that connection was so hot.
And it's just like, and I love, the reason why I love, like, the other guys in the room is because they're saying what we're all thinking. They're all just like, dude, how is this selfless?
Oh, gosh.
And he's just like, bro,
how's that selfless?
He's just like, yeah, you're so selfless because that first one-on-one was so hot.
So hot.
Or that first night one, that whole thing
was
so hot. And then basically, he like starts talking about like why me, and he's just like, like when I first got here, like honestly, I signed up for The Bachelor. We didn't say that preamble part. Mm-hmm. We said honestly, I thought it was gonna be Maria or Daisy.
Dude, you don't say that. You don't. If there was a list of things not to say, that would be on The Bachelor.
That was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was gonna be Maria or Daisy.
If there was a 10 commandments of do not say these things on The Bachelor,
I haven't seen that ever before.
Never. Yeah, they just openly admit,
because someone would
honestly, say, I thought it was gonna be someone
there's
else.
Sometimes like on Bachelor in Paradise where they're open like, oh, I was hoping this person would be here or something.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's way different than I signed up for The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Or The Bachelorette.
And then...
Or he didn't say that first part, but that's basically what he was saying.
Yeah. And somehow, the crazy thing is, he was thinking that was going to wrap around and be good somehow.
Somehow he thought like, oh, like, I originally didn't... That you're so good, you just turned me. Because like he said like...
Turned me?
Because there was one time he said later, he's like...
just the... You turned me?
True.
So yeah,
it's like shit. Yeah, he said something, or I forget. Maybe this was like when he. So anyway, so that goes. There's one. Whatever. There's another part where they talk because she's so befuddled by the whole thing. That he's like, that when I first got out of the car, I had a bunch of nerves, and that your energy just calmed me, and it just felt so good. And she's like, but that's just energy.
Right.
And it was like, I was like, dude, energy. Jen, pop off. It was like, it was like Jen, like the spell wore off.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like
pretty-
the spell wore off, and it's one of those things where Sam's spell, it might be an intoxicating one, but it don't last that long. But and good for her for like, not going back in for round 2, basically.
Yeah.
So that was one of those things where Jen actually gives me hope for.
Yeah. So like your level,
because remember,
of hope in Jen.
Yeah, exactly, went way up. Because in first Sam 1-on-1, it's like, way down because he basically did the same thing, but she like fell into it anyways and just trauma dumped her own thing and opened up, gave him a softball, and you're like, dang, bro, she ain't ever gonna see it. That's what we were thinking. Yeah. But I didn't know how bad homie just couldn't spit. He was like, he couldn't just. Yeah, he's actually GP. Wait, did you say this already?
GPT-1. No.
GPT version 1, bro.
He's only at GPT-1.
Crazy.
Bro. Okay, do you know this bit of Chat GPT lore?
Probably not.
So okay, it's actually perfect. So when they were first training one of those early OpenAI was training one of the early Chat GPTs. There was essentially a negative sign in the wrong spot in the feedback training loop. So the way they set up to train these models is they can't have a human analyzing every single response. So they actually train another GPT to analyze the responses and grade them as a human would. So it's kind of like, you have one AI training another AI. So they flip the sign. And the thing they flipped was like, make sure that everything you put out is like clean and not super sexual. Like, don't go down that route. Don't make it weird. Don't make it like, because like, say I ask ChatGPT like, how's the weather today? And it could be like, it's going
as hot
to
as my fucking bus.
Yeah, or like it could just use words like, it's going to be moist out there today. And like, that's just weird. And so you want to encourage ChatGPT to use professional language.
Okay.
And not get like weird and dirty and kinky and stuff. So they flipped that negative sign on accident.
That's hilarious.
And they didn't figure it out for like days. So they basically trained it to get more and more. And it was just outputting the filthiest, horniest stuff.
That's hilarious.
So that's GPT.
He's actually GPT.
So anyways,
that's perfect.
Wow, that's crazy,
dude. That's some last Thursdayism shit right there.
Wow,
they're made together. Great Thursday effed up and put GPT-1 in his brain.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, this is an interesting question I got for you. So this is a thought experiment. How do you think Sam M would have done on Maria's season? And how would he have done on Daisy's season? Run it in your mind.
Wow.
Run it through the Josiah simulator real quick.
Wow.
Yeah. So how would he have done on Daisy's? Yeah, Sam M. Yeah, I asked Zoe this. Zoe had an interesting answer. Kind of made sense.
Honestly, I'm going to say, I think the same.
Yeah.
I think he is destined. He is a truck that's destined to get stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
And I think, I feel like my first thought is like, oh, maybe Maria would have kept him around longer because she's kind of more, I feel like,
she's
sex
like
positive or whatever.
A little more comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like also Maria doesn't like take any shit. So I think she would have like asked some questions, like get to the bottom of it and been like the same thing. Bro, this guy's actually not. Yeah. This guy doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And Daisy maybe would have fell for the spell a little bit longer, but I think she would have realized too. I think about the same, honestly, but I think I will say I think it would have worked on all of them. The first spell,
to some extent.
The first spell, I think it would have worked on all of them.
It's really just a matter of when they would have found out.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts?
Actually, weirdly, I have not thought about it. I've just been asking other people
I love that.
what they think.
I definitely ask that too. I'll just ask questions. And like, what about you? And I'm like, oh damn.
Honestly, yeah. I don't even know if I can have original thoughts at this point.
Oh, that's
Heard you
funny.
and Zoe's.
Yeah.
Honestly, because Daisy has a little bit of horn dog in her as well. Like, their final date, I remember she said her love language was touch on the Joe and Serena podcast.
Oh, I missed that, but okay. Yeah. So yeah, definitely what else?
I am way too deep on the Bach Lore there. Been watching the Joe and Serena.
Hey, well that's bro. If there's any other podcast to watch on this, it would be anybody because we're number one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that we're the only one that really true fans watch.
True fans watch, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Maria definitely fall for it, but yeah, she'd eventually see through shit.
Yeah.
I think Daisy'd see through it pretty quickly though.
Okay.
Yeah, quicker than any of the other two.
Yeah. I could see that.
So, anyways,
but yeah, it's maybe not so much as like a a testament to like which one of them is more decisive. It's just like homie's just like so bad.
He's a ticking time bag.
He's definitely he's a ticking time bag.
So that.
So anyways,
so then selfless conundrum.
He keeps spinning out, and she needs to. She actually goes back after their group date's over.
Yeah.
She talks with him more again, and it's just like, homie just can't stop saying the same things, like ferocious love. And she's like, why me? And he just like, you talked about ferocious love, and he just like, yeah, dude, he was just stuck in a rut, and you could like see, he knew it wasn't the right thing to say, but it was like all he could come up with.
It was crazy because I think a lot of people, most people could at least come up with something. Even if it's not.
It's like he's never even seen a rom-com before.
Like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like rom-coms, they always talk about, it's like, oh, you know, the way you're...
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
Saying...
Scrubs or whatever. I love the way you get that smirk when you're mad at me. And it was from another movie or whatever.
Yeah. But usually, like, you say things you like about them as in, like, a compliment. It's usually, like, a compliment.
I feel like it's pretty easy.
Yeah, like, you could even be generic about it. Just be like, oh, you're super kind. Like, that'd be better than what he said.
Yeah.
Which was, he could not say a sentence without the word I in it.
Oh, we forgot one of the best parts.
We missed something. Okay.
I swear the strip date thing.
Oh, yeah. He did mention... Oh! The lead-in for that was... He's like talking about, I think she said, why me? Why? That's been the theme of the episode. Jen's like prompt engineering over here. But why me? And he's like, well, you know, the moment it really switched for me was that strip date. And like, oh my gosh.
I could not.
What else did he say about it?
He's just like, the way that you were giving me my energy back or something.
Oh, I have it here. You were... The biggest thing that flipped for me was after that stripping date. I felt like you poured into my emotional part. As in
his big brain, bro. That's all he got.
I mean, I hate to say it, but that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's where I like to say, in one way, Sam M seems like this just chaotic train wreck that can't get anything together. But actually, everything he says is perfect. You know? Like, everything he says perfectly sums up what's going on
up there.
Yeah, like
down there.
What's going on down there?
What's that Jaeger doing?
That's hey, soldier. What's that Jaeger doing?
What's that? Just binoculars. What's that Jaeger doing?
So, yeah. So the strip date, he mentioned that again as a key turning point in the relationship.
Crazy.
Alarming. And then I was also thinking, like, damn, what is this guy's vows gonna sound like? 'Cause, you know, usually vows are all about, like, I love the way you, like, you're caring for animals.
What would he say if he got down on one knee?
Bro. He would just say,
the same thing. Actually,
we know what he'd say.
Question I ever asked.
True. But we know what he'd say. Yeah. He already told us. Got a ferocious love.
Talk about ferocious love.
Oh, and that's another
Dude,
thing.
wait a minute, dude.
I love you.
He just exposed the shit out of himself.
How?
Because he's like, when you first talked about ferocious love, wasn't that like the thing she was talking about when she was before the Bachelorette even started? That was like what she advertised.
Right.
But he signed up for Daisy and Maria.
Yeah. That's
Anyway.
true.
It's another thing about this freaking guy. This clown. Conk.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, it's to the point I feel bad. Like it was such a embarrassment. Like, and also
dude,
just so like he knew he was not.
he knew he was messing
He
up.
knew he was not getting an A on this test. He knew he was getting an F. Because sometimes he'd be like,
dude, yeah, I was literally talking to Maddie about this. Like, what is
Jen?
He kept going like,
oh, that was so bad. That was so bad.
it was just like he kept talking.
Jen was drilling him. He's like, so I've been there where you're so nervous you like can't talk.
You just kept trying to clear his throat.
Oh, I was like, dude, just
Let's see what you were.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he was struggling.
See what I meant by that?
I felt like he wasn't like. That's actually okay. That's maybe like one thing to commend him on is he was never like, bro, wait, girl, like, where's this all coming from? You know,
That's
he was
true.
definitely just like
He tried.
he just kept. He was like. People already said, "Oh God, Patrick's thinking again."
Oh, yeah.
That is actually what it was. Oh God, Sam's thinking again.
SpongeBob. Is Samuel thinking again? Like, yeah.
Yeah, he just
Gosh.
And the poor lad, man.
Poor lad.
Poor lad. He just couldn't.
And he. And then a couple other funny things. Anytime the tires would really get stuck. Because a lot of times he could throw out like
this part. Or you were saying this, yeah.
A lot of times he could throw out like Jen's like, why me? Well, the ferocious love, and whatever. Sometimes he'd get really stuck, and he'd say, I love you. He's really taking a page out of Sam N's book.
True.
Right? Yeah, he's like,
bro. And he was harping on Sam M.
Yeah,
that's
right.
crazy.
And he just comes out and says, I love you.
Wow.
Way too early. Oh, it's poetic.
It's so poetic. Dude, I was talking about this with Maddie yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Sam M could be like, after it's like already happened, he's gone. Dude, he's one of my favorite contestants of all time.
Yeah.
Like what a God. I know we talked about it for hours last a couple episodes, but what a like sad boy to just
what a glorious
There's no other better way to say it.
Glorious.
This guy went from
apologizing, Simpin' Sam
apologizing to the boys.
Yeah,
like, bro, I don't care about anybody's feelings.
Like, I got that bad bitch energy.
Bad bitch energy.
And then to getting
God,
Jen
just completely humble.
And then he's just riding that high. Yeah. Jen, could I kiss you?
Could I kiss you?
Like crashed his.
And it was almost like, you know what the craziest part is? It's like his mind wasn't even blown when she said no. He was just kind of like, damn, yeah, actually, I kind of knew this all.
Yep. That's a bit better. Like, he knew.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Like,
yeah. That's what made it so good.
Yeah.
He knew it was a house of cards. Like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, it's worth a shot.
Dude, oh, God, I needed to be in paradise.
That was heroin to the veins, as you said so well.
Oh.
Heroin to the veins.
Wow.
So, anyways, that was Sam M.
Hold on to Sam M.
Sam M. Jackhammer.
Samuel M.
Samuel M. Jackhammer. And, yeah, that's about all I have to say there.
Yeah, and then she sends him home.
Yeah.
So you just can't. We'll start spinning. She's like, I gotta send you home.
Yeah.
And I did actually know.
And then he had a banger line when he got sent home.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
He's like, you guys. Well, that was real dull.
Dude, yeah. That was okay. I did say, what is this coming at? Like, yeah. He didn't say anything to her, but yeah, after he's like, well, that was really dull.
That was dull.
Like,
if it wasn't ferocious, it was dull.
This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. But he did say, yeah, like, there was one thing, because we've heard all season him say, at the end of the day, and then like, you know what, it is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna keep the main thing the main thing. Of course, he said that a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So it was so poetic. He gets in the elevator.
Yeah.
He's going down. He's like, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
He's just throwing his like laugh. I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's just like, after you hear it, you're like, what did bro just say? Dude?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Damn, keep the main thing the main thing.
'cause I've like, there's this one.
It was like, please generate a end quote for stepping in the van.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep the main thing the main thing.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So yeah. Yeah, man. And then yeah, next date. This
It's
one
like-
was what's that? Oh,
It's
sorry.
like,
was there not?
it's
Oh, you
like
were
that
gonna bring
Key
up
and
something
Peele.
else.
It's like that Key and Peele.
Yeah.
That guy, where he's, I read that one Key and Peele where like they're at a lunch table and they're talking about like pop culture, and then like Key's like, oh, you know, I don't like this. He's like, okay, and he's like, have a thought, have an original thought.
I don't know that one.
Oh, you don't know this one? You
No.
definitely know it. I'm doing a terrible. He's just like, oh, bro, I love The Dark Knight. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, I don't like The Dark Knight. He's like,
Huh.
awkward.
I don't know that.
Oh, really?
I thought you were talking about Megan because they're getting lunch. Megan, you forgot your jacket.
This one. Have you not seen this
Wow.
one?
Oh, 4 years ago? No, maybe not. All right, throw it up. Wait, share the screen.
Oh.
Drew. Just so the lore quads could watch it on 2 frames per second. Oh, this does look familiar, this setting.
That one friend that. Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy, last.
Oh, we gotta do a quick
Date.
quick about Jer Bear.
Yeah, this one's quick because it went shockingly well. Or not shockingly well, but it went more better than I expected.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of saw it coming though.
Yeah, you called it a little bit.
I was
yeah.
like, he's a dark horse, and because yeah, I feel like every time they talk, especially at the end, it was like
it kept getting
it
better.
kept getting better, and he
Yeah.
kept the one where like it really turned for me is he turned this like just little
It's a little group date.
group date just
Conversation.
convo into like a night portion 101, but it happened naturally.
Yeah.
And that's the key that I thought, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's actually a connection. Because like sometimes they'll do it, they'll like force it by like bringing like a thing or something or
right.
doing something
It
with
just
production.
came up.
It just kind of came up naturally.
Yeah.
And like it just flowed and it went well. And I was
Dude,
like, damn,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
And Jen was saying, going into the 101, Jeremy understands my humor better than anyone else. And I'm like, damn, I didn't
yeah,
know
that's
that.
crazy.
Like,
yeah.
I guess it actually. Okay, I thought maybe Devin, but
There's no
Devin's kinda
shot he
funnier.
wins, right?
Devin?
I don't no, sorry.
Oh, Jeremy?
Jeremy.
I think there could be.
That would be wild.
I think it's actually okay. Top 2. Should we give our top 2s now?
Oh shit. Yeah, we gotta.
All right, you go first.
Okay, I think Devin, of course.
Devin.
And maybe Marcus. You know what? Screw it, bro. Devin and Jeremy. I'm going all the way.
Oh,
Going
let's
all
go.
the way. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I feel like Marcus is like Jen is maybe one of those things where her love language is like words of affirmation or something. And that
yeah.
doesn't seem to be Marcus's
Words.
No, he's good with words, but
Just
well, actually, maybe no, he's not. Or
no, that
he's just kind of more
Yeah.
bottled up, and he's just more, he's more to himself.
Yeah, he needs to like
It's just not
a
him.
little bit. Yeah, and honestly, he's been through a lot, and
Dude,
to
because
say
like,
the least,
by
and
the
I
way,
think
almost
he's-
dying of a grenade is already crazy.
Yeah,
To go on top of you were a foster kid.
yeah,
That's dude.
Yeah.
Peace, brother. Fucking
yeah. You
you the man.
are somehow still here and
Greater
honestly
man.
thriving. He's
Yeah,
honestly doing great.
thriving.
But I just somehow think he's not quite ready for this. I'm being real.
That it does kind of feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
Yeah.
my doubts with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I feel like it's gonna get to a point where she needs to hear like the "I love you" stuff. Bro, I just realized something. Marcus, he's one of those dudes where like he means what he said. He's too much living in the real world.
He doesn't understand he's in a reality show.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to say I love you because he's like, that word means so much to me.
Engagement, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of times they get hung up on the old engagement.
Yeah. Because I'm so calm. I feel like he's gonna be one of those dudes who's like, he's gonna be one of those dudes who came from the real world and you plopped in, and it's like, the words I love you are like not like to take for granted, you know?
Yeah. You're gonna say not in his vocabulary.
No, definitely in his vocabulary.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, to him, maybe like, it's just speculation, of course. But like, the only person that he like might truly love in the world, we'll figure out at hometowns, of course. But it's like, yeah, like his sister.
Yeah.
You know? And so like that same weight, that same word to a person you just met.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a big deal.
I don't know.
I think that's a super good call. He's not going to be able to say that.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's too much. Dude, he's such like a dude who's like a man of his word, means what he says.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like you either got to be delusional or fake. To be on the
Sums up The Bachelor. You gotta be delusional or fake.
I'm just kidding. But
you gotta either be a sensy or a psycho.
Yeah, true. Sensy or a psycho.
You be a sensy or a psycho. So yeah. No, I think that's a great. I think, dude, I actually can't see it going down any other way.
Wow.
Anyway,
yeah, we'll see.
I'm just to mix it up. I'm gonna go Jeremy and Jonathan.
Okay. Yes, I love Jonathan. I love Jonathan the most, actually.
Yeah,
of all of them.
He showed a lot of maturity.
Yeah. Well, okay. Marcus is never mind. Marcus is probably my favorite, just like human being on the show.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But like in any other instance, Jonathan would be my number one in the season. But maybe he's not funny. But he is. He's just dude. He's so charismatic.
I also think Jonathan, the producers have been sleeping us on him. Like he actually hasn't got any screen time really, besides his one-on-one. So they could be snoozing him for like a surprise.
Yeah,
ending.
True.
So I'm holding out because he seems like a really cool dude. We just haven't seen that much time of him.
Yeah, I really wanted him. Now we'll get into this, to be the Bachelor.
Yeah, he would have been good.
He would have been such a good Bachelor. Because dude, he would have been so like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I feel like
he would have said it how he sees it.
He would have said how he sees it. He would have been, it would have been a ride, man.
Yeah, it could have been like Zach level.
Yeah,
I remember Zach was the most like no drama.
Yeah,
it was so cool. And when there was drama, you're gone. Like it was so crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Zach did not let drama happen in the house.
But maybe that's why they didn't pick him.
Yeah,
I know Zach's. I didn't think like ratings wise, Zach's season didn't do that good.
Not good.
But Joey's did really good.
Yeah.
Well, that's more because I think Maria and Daisy.
It's true.
Yeah, but anyways.
So, but yeah, Jeremy, he's just kind of been slowly leveling up. Yeah, he really knocked it out of the park on this date. And one funny thing is when they're sitting at their dinner table. And she asked him, "Why me?" Like, bro had no idea the weight behind that question.
Yeah, because he didn't know.
I was like, you better answer this.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
And he killed
it.
Did.
He did.
He killed. And they talked about their religions and stuff. And,
he talked about having kids. Like, that's
anyways
amazing.
And this is the guy with the car.
It does not.
What
compute.
A turnaround!
It does not compute. But if you would have told me night one that this guy will be in top
hometowns,
4, no way.
No way.
But anyways, I see it now.
Yeah.
I think I still think, oh my gosh, I can't even express his idea. It's so great. Like, I don't get how that thought formed that was a good idea to say, I have a really big, you know, like, I could kind of see how he could do it. Like, he has a nice, like, confident attitude. But I still don't get how any sane person thinks that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's true.
To be your leader.
Yeah.
Like, anything.
So, yeah. Must have been a dare, dude. There ain't no way.
Maybe. That'd be hilarious.
There ain't no way.
Okay. One funny thing. Do you have any other thoughts on that date?
Yeah, okay, one last thought in
Mhm.
general, kind of just on it, is that she did say in the beginning that, like, he's the most behind.
Yeah,
So I
true.
can see why maybe he doesn't win somehow.
Mm,
It's because they got a lot of, like, time to catch up on.
yeah.
But I feel like if she would have gave him a one-on-one early, he'd
Yeah.
actually be dude, freaking out.
What?
Wouldn't he be a
Hold up.
front runner if he did get a one-on-one?
Dude, you know who he reminds me of?
Yeah, I mean,
Zach on Tasha's season. So I don't know if you didn't watch that one,
nah.
right? Zach was, by the end, dude, Zach was like the best dude ever, and I was so happy he won. Because on their like fantasy suites,
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's just such a solid guy. He was not a crumbler, even when he should have been when the other fantasy suites are happening.
Oh,
That's the most crumbling
that's
time.
the crumbling time.
That's when the earthquakes come.
Yeah.
So he goes on his fantasy suite. It's a great time. And I just remember in the morning, they were like jumping on the bed together. And it was like a freaking rom-com, dude. I'm like, this guy's amazing.
Wow.
But here's the crazy thing. The moment I fell in love with Zach, actually. The moment I fell in love with Zach. See, there's two ways we rate contestants. One, we rate them on how we think they're gonna win, if they're gonna be good for the how much the lead loves them. But then there's how much we love them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Dude. Oh my gosh. This was like this could be one of my favorite moments in Bachelor in terms of like a contestant doing something cool. So Zach and Tasha are in the hot tub, and production has been snoozing him, or maybe he's just been low key. But she's like, well, they were doing some like truth. I'm probably screwing up the details, but they were doing some truth game where like everyone had to say a truth.
Oh,
and
you've told
Tasha
me
just
this.
asks him questions, and she says like, "Have you ever cheated on anybody?" And he said yes. And it's like, oof, like, damn, dude.
He done.
Yeah, this bro's done. And then anyway, so later, Tasha, like, they're in the hot tub, and Tasha takes him aside, and she's like, we gotta talk about this. So, you cheated on someone. He's like, yeah. And then she, like, asks him the details. He's like, yes, it was in, like, elementary school. I was kind of dating this one girl. Anyways, it was just so... And they both started laughing, because...
Yeah.
It was just the best joke. He ran with the bit. Like, that's commitment.
Yeah, that's commitment.
Running with a bit.
How long did he like wait on that?
Probably several hours.
Oh wow,
which is
that's
like
a long time.
Yeah,
for you've cheated.
Like for her to be wondering, like, damn, this bro's a cheater.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, elementary school.
That's so funny.
And these two girls that like me. Anyway, I don't know what he said, but it was hilarious. So, wow, side tangent. This might be our longest episode.
Damn. We say that every time.
Oh, we're breaking records out here. Oh, you want to hear my funny? Okay, so Zoe like goes on Instagram and reads some funny comments.
Oh yeah, comments are pretty funny.
So interesting. You always know who the villain is because they have comments turned off.
Yes. Yeah.
So Sam M has comments turned off.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So of course.
Poor lad's Instagram is blowing.
Yeah.
He's deleting comments.
So these comments cracked me up, I will say.
So these are the ones he didn't delete.
No, sorry. Oh, so Sam M, sorry, he doesn't have them turned off. He has them limited. So only like his family and people who support him. So you look at his comments, they're so filtered. It's like,
yeah,
you did great today.
Yeah. So it's only the fans, yeah.
So
that's hilarious.
Where you go for the real comments is you go to Jen's Instagram. Because you see what she posted, and that's where they all flock.
Yeah, they're like, damn, Art, we gotta go.
So it's all like people mocking him, like, keep the main thing. That people are like, so glad he's gone, and like all this, they're spitting venom on there.
Oh yeah.
People just spit venom about anything, right? And then we ran across this gem of a comment. So like everyone's raging about Sam. What else could you even be mad about this episode? I'll give you a hint. This person is not mad about Sam M. But what else could you be mad about on an episode like this?
They didn't go to the Space Needle.
Okay,
that's all I got.
Okay. this person, and they're talking to Jen. They
Uh-huh.
said, I really like you, but it's bad enough that we eat the fish. Do we have to torture it too?
Throwing it?
Hashtag fish are friends.
Oh my god, do they not know it's dead? That's so funny.
They're desecrating it. They're
That's
desecrating
so
its
funny.
body.
That's so
They're
funny.
desecrating his body, Josiah.
That's hilarious.
Oh. So yeah, on Jeremy's date, they were like throwing
classic
fish at the fish market.
Pike fish market.
Yeah, Pike's market.
Public market.
And then this other person responds, I'm not sure where they stand, but they said, why not? Did you see the fur she was wearing a few weeks ago? She doesn't care about the suffering animals.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anyways, some gold Instagram comments.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that poor lad, man. Because he's just, it's just, man, he's just stuck in the mud. Because he didn't do anything awful, you know?
Yeah.
He's just GBT1. He's just trained to be raunchy.
Yeah.
Raunchy's worked for him his whole life.
Yeah. He's trained to be raunchy, and he was only trained to speak in the first person.
Dude, yeah, that was, we didn't really kind of touch back on that, but yeah, he kept being like, oh, for me, it's this whole process. And she's like, yeah, for you, what about me and stuff? And like, how could you see for me in particular? And he's just like, so for me in this like, he just couldn't understand. And so, like, that's why that earlier banger line, he said, I see it in the way I look at you.
Yeah.
That was not a,
Yeah.
he did not misspeak, is what I'm saying.
You're right. It was
that
poetic.
Is what he meant to say.
Yeah.
It was the way I look at you. See it in the way I look
see it in the way I look at you. That was the core.
It was really, that's what he meant to say.
Phrase.
So.
Anyways,
Lore Quads.
It's been a real one.
Been a real one.
And
hold on.
Oh.
I actually do have a last little thing.
I don't know about this. Oh, what?
So Quinn, as you know, I'm getting married.
Whoa.
I was wondering if you want to be my best man.
Oh my gosh. What?
So that was part of like the
Bro.
secret thing. So go ahead, open up.
I was like, he's being very mysterious about this box.
So yeah.
I thought it was for someone else, and I'm like, you got me good.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, damn, I guess it's. Oh my god.
There it is.
Wow, look at this thing.
Etsy
Engraved.
classic.
Oh my gosh, wow. It's amazing. Whoa. Oh, I'm gonna wear this.
So yeah,
Game of Thrones.
exactly. Game of Thrones. It will be
Let's
you
go.
and Gabe. You know, it's
Oh, this is me and Gabe?
yeah. I was like,
I think, because I remember you mentioned
Gabe or something.
Gabe being your
Yeah,
best man.
yeah.
So
I
we're
was like, co-best man.
co-best man. Let's go.
I was just like, I was like thinking about it. I was like, should I do it? And then I was actually talking with Maddie's mom, and she's like, you just do what you want. I'm like, oh, freaking bro.
It's your wedding.
Do what I want. It's my wedding.
Adventure
I have two
rules.
best men. F it.
Okay.
So, Game of Thrones,
It's like
Hand of the King.
It's like you're proposing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny.
And then this is, that's,
Okay, and then what do we have here?
yeah, exactly. So that's why I was like, so this is
Damn, you're catching me live.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So I didn't want you to know, because I wanted to get it live on the podcast.
Wow.
Or whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's genius. Was it like a watch or?
Yeah, but it's not.
It's a lock.
It's a compass.
Oh, it's a compass.
What's your
Let's go.
name?
Dude, look at this.
So yeah, then
Wow, that's so cool.
yeah, the compass thing. Oh, so then yeah, I guess I could tell you more
Dang.
about the bachelor party and stuff. But we're doing like some backpacking thing, so we'll need the compass. And yeah, so it's like, well, you helped guide me on my greatest journey in life or some shit.
wow.
So there you
I
go.
like it.
There you go. So will you do it?
I accept. Yeah.
Will you accept this rose?
Accept this compass.
So yeah.
Dude. I'm
There you
honored.
go.
I'm honored.
Hell yeah.
You know
All
what's
right.
crazy? I actually thought this would happen.
Really? On the podcast?
No.
Oh, that's what worked out perfectly.
No, way
I was
back.
gonna send you and it was gonna be super obvious, obviously. But I was gonna send you this package.
Yeah.
And my parents put it up, and I'll be
Okay.
like, "All right, I need you to open this
Yeah.
live on the podcast," and be like, "Okay."
Oh,
obviously
so
you're
being in
not."
person is actually sick.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
better.
this is great.
Um,
Yeah, I'm glad we did it in person.
Yeah, exactly. So it worked out.
Did Gabe get one of these?
I'm giving it to him tomorrow, probably.
Does he know about it?
He doesn't know, no.
All right, well, we can't.
So we
won't
upload the
publish
video.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll keep it safe, dude. Wow, I'm honored.
Hell yeah,
dude. What I was saying is crazy thing though. So I remember you saying like way back, like, "Oh, Gabe's gonna be my best man," and I've had the thought ever since you proposed. I'm like, I wonder if he'd ever do co-best man. Like
that was honestly that's what the plan was the whole time.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
that was the plan the whole time. Then like there was a moment where I was kind of doubting it, and then you just talk to someone. You're like, dude, just do what you want. It's your wedding. I'm like, bro, what the frick?
Make your own rules.
So
best man.
Yeah, there it is. Best man. So there it is,
dude. I'm honored.
Hell yeah.
I accept.
Live on the podcast.
Wow. Sick.
So there we go.
Oh no. The pot play this in the wedding.
yeah, true.
The whole episode. It's like not some of those parts. We're gonna go look up what I've done. Okay, well, officially the longest episode ever.
Officially longest.
We had some good side tangents there.
Yeah, that was some good ones.
We had Silver Veil side tangent.
Oh, the fantasy football.
Football and best man.
And I feel like there's another one.
There might have been.
It was the we told two Silver Veil.
Yeah, we told
things.
two Silver Veil's a big part of our lives. So anyway. With that, Lore Quads, catch you sooner than later. You'll have to wait less than a week for the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Peace.